happening? What up? What it do? That's for sure. But everybody in my city say, what up, though? What up? What up, though? What up? What up, though? Yo, yo, yo. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Can you hear your girl? Let me know what's happening, y'all. What's up? I hope everybody's being smooth with it, cool with it, and 100% true with it, you know? Can y'all hear your girl? Can you hear me? And 100% true with it, you know? Can y'all hear your girl? Can you hear me? All right, there it is. All right, I did my mic check. All right, all right. So real quick, I'm gonna start it off like this. We have the copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act, 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Okay, you heard me say it. You can't say I didn't. It's in the chat. It's in the description. You can't sue me. It's in fair use. It's in effect. It's fair use, guys. It's fair use. So real quick, let me shout out to my replay gang. Shout out to my replay gang. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, leave your girl a comment. And to my bush watchers and my replay gang, you know, go ahead, take whatever finger you can, and don't forget to take whatever your finger you would like, and kindly, real smooth like, real cool like, tap that thumbs up button for your girl. Please do. It's free 99. Share the live, y'all. You know, become a subscriber, or you know, I do have the special setting now. You can now become a member. You would look way better in green. I'm just saying. It's just me saying. You know, you look better in green. You know, grab yourself a membership. Give me 1 second so I can drop that link for you. It'll be right there. It's in my description as well, but I'm gonna drop it for you. And you can get some badges, start the first level of your journey with your girl, Big JJ, you know? Level up with JJ, special features. Because with the membership, you will have access to monetized only videos, which, if you can't tell, I don't know if people have seen a lot of my content over here, will be monetized. It's been a long time coming. The 26th will be 60 days, but everything that I've endured, and since I've been waiting for this moment, and again, I feel that the people that deserve to hear this stuff will become a member. That's all I'm gonna say. And if you want to hate on your girl, Big JJ, you gotta pay to hate on me. Nah, you know, I done leveled up, y'all. So that's how it's gonna be. So I done dropped the link in the chat for y'all. You would look better in green. I'm just saying. You really, really would. That's just my opinion. You would look better in green. Grab your membership. A membership with your girl, you know. And also, feel free, you know, YouTube give us an incentive to set a goal for these super chats. I'm gonna just set mine at 1. You know, whatever. It tells us to give a goal incentive. So I'm not saying 10, nothing like that. I don't care. I'm gonna try to just at least achieve one goal during my demonstration for YouTube. It's a YouTube incentive. It is, but you get to choose what your incentive is. So, hey, Miss Scorpio, to you. What's going on with you? She said I'm in the bushes. But hey, JJ, I'm at work. You good? Salute, salute. I appreciate you. Thank you for pulling up on your girl. Salute to you, salute to you. All right, y'all. So, what I am going to do, we're going to run back the transcripts again. We're going to run them back. We're running back the transcripts. It's crazy. I don't know why Shannon is not arrested. It's crazy fucking work. This shit is crazy. So we're going to listen again and we're going to talk about it. Let me get it ready. Shout out to Maisha on TikTok, the Tickety of the Taki app. I'm going to drop her link. Shout out to Maisha. Because that's who we're about to hear reading these transcripts to us. Hold on, y'all. Sorry, I was reading something. All right, here we go. I'm gonna run the clip and we gonna talk about it. Oh, I can do it on this one. Yeah, I forgot. Let me do it because it's louder on this. Sorry, y'all. I don't know if anybody in here has heard them yet with me, you know, but yeah, it's crazy work, man. It's crazy. I really this case I'll never forget this case. I will never. It's crazy. I don't care how many years go by. I will never ever forget this case. Just like I never have forgotten, the OJ case. I've never forgotten about that. Shit. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. There's been a lot of cases, but like I will never forget about our girl, bro. And this monster, these fucking monsters, actually. Not only one, monsters. Plur. Monsters. Crazy. I can't believe. And I'm walking the same community with half of these damn monsters. Just walking around. Might bump into them. Never know. It's crazy work. But that's everywhere. But it's just crazy, because I've been covering this case. You know what I'm saying? There is monsters everywhere. But, you know what I'm trying to say. Shit. I wish a monster would try to monster up on me.
Day, June 16th.
Alright, hold on.
How if you have access to putting Isaiah Harris pictures in the chat, I encourage you to do that as well. Although this is about Janaya, they a house of horror, a house of horror. Okay. Afternoon, Janaya. Good afternoon.
Hold on, y'all. Miss Adventures is in the building. What's going on, Miss Adventures? Salute. Miss Adventure says sick. Yeah, it's very sick. We gotta walk around, every day. Anybody in the D-ski has a chance of running into this group of monsters. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, here we go. All right. Excuse me. All right, I'm gonna share it. Boom, add the stage. Oh, whoop, not that one. This one. We gonna listen to Maisha. All right, I'm going on mute. To Maisha. Her this is her YouTube page. I'm gonna drop her link in a minute. Shout out to you, Maisha. Great work on covering the case. Salute, salute, salute.
I'm going to ask you. So there's like a little microphone next to you. You want to speak really loud into that, okay? Okay. Can you tell me how old you are? 12. 12. All right. And when was your birthday? June 16th. June 16th of what year? 2013. Okay. And Janaya, what grade are you in school? Seventh. And Janaya, do you know the reason why you're here in court today? No. No? Okay. Did something happen to you, Janaya? Yes. Okay. Who did something happen with? Him. And you said him and pointed to your right? Do you have the name for that person? My father. Your father? The witness nods head. Miss Ripley. Okay. And Your Honor, would the witness or would the record reflect that the witness identified the defendant in this case? Yes, Miss Ripley. Thank you, Judge. So, Janaya, I want to talk to you about something that happened with your father. How old were you when something happened? I don't remember. You don't remember? The witness shakes head negatively. Miss Ripley, do you remember what grade you were in? Fourth. Fourth grade? Okay. And I want to talk to you about where you were when something happened with your father. His work. His work? Okay. Do you know where
I want to ask y'all a question real quick. Like her typing these transcripts. Why do you think she has to put in the details, shaking her head negatively? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I remember some of the other victims, they were like, no head nodding. We need no nonverbal responses in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So like I feel like in a sense, I don't know, the way they did our girl on that stand, I feel like is really fucked up on both sides, on both sides. And that's just my opinion. You know, I've listened to these transcripts a couple times, so that's why I have been able to build one, and I really think that they really both, and again, um, they just dropped the ball on both sides. I'm gonna say that. That's just my opinion. Both sides dropped the ball on this, y'all. Baby girl, praying for you, JB. Praying for you, baby girl.
His work is? No. No. Do you know what city it's in? Witness nods head. What city is it in? Detroit. Okay. And do you know what did your father do for work? Worked on cars. Worked on cars. Okay. So do you remember what this place that your father worked at looked like at all? It was like a big red and yellow building. Okay. Can you try to spin the other can you try to spin the other way? More towards the microphone. Just try to keep your voice up. You're doing really good. Miss Ripley. And Janaya, if I showed you a photo of your dead shot, would you recognize that photo? Probably. Okay, Your Honor, may I approach? Yes. I'm showing you what's marked as people's proposed exhibit one. Do you recognize what I've handed you or showing you? Yes. And what do you recognize it as? His job. Okay. In this picture, a fair and accurate description of what you remember his shot to look like? Yes. Ms. Ripley, Your Honor, I move for admission of people's proposed exhibit one. Ms. Quick, no objections. The court, it will be admitted. People's exhibit number one, admitted into evidence. Ms. Ripley, so tell me, Janaya, when you were in this shop with your father, where did this did something happen? It was a little room that had like a couch in it. A little room that had a couch? Yes. Okay. Your Honor, may I approach? Yes. Janaya, I'm going to approach with some photos. Can you tell me if you recognize any of them being one of the rooms? The room that something happened in? This one. Okay. I'm going to mark.
Pause. Miss Scorpio, thank you again. This is just the beginning of my journey, so I have to you know, give thank you for the super sticker. Salute, salute. Thank you so much. It means a lot. To all my supporters. Thank you guys. Thank you. It's all love. It's all love. It's all love. Thank you for the super sticker. You're wonderful.
That says that people's proposed exhibit two and three, and are those fair people's proposed exhibits two and three? Are they fair and accurate descriptions of the rooms where something happened in your dead shop? Yes, Your Honor. I move for admission of people's proposed exhibit two and three. Miss Quick, no objections. The court, it will be admitted. Miss Ripley, thank you, Judge. Now, when you were in that room and your dad shot with him, what happened in that room? Like he started touching me inappropriate. Okay. Part of his body was touching your body. It started with his hand at first. Okay. What was his hand doing? Wiping against my upper thigh and going started to go upward. So he started with rubbing your upper thigh and then started to what? Go upward and go upward. Okay. And do you remember, was this over your clothes, under your clothes, or something else? Under. Under. Okay. Do you remember what kind of clothes you were wearing? No. Okay. Do you remember if your dad was wearing clothes? Or under your clothes or something else? Under. Okay. Do you remember what kind of clothes you were wearing? No. Okay. Do you remember if your dad was wearing clothes? He was wearing a blue work jumpsuit. So what happens? What happens next when his hand starts going upwards? He like takes one leg out of his jumpsuit, takes
Y'all, I don't know if you all feel the same way, but it kills me to just know this is his biological daughter, y'all. This is his biological daughter, bro. This is crazy. Mm. This is his biological fucking daughter. And this is not the first one. Three. That's fucking a monster. You're a monster. Jarvis, you're a fucking monster. Right in my title. You are a fucking monster. I don't give a fuck. Hey, you're a fucking monster. You don't deserve no plea. You don't deserve to ever see the light of day again. I really feel like this man deserves the chair. Man, I wish Rump Man would come out and say, give this man the chair. Because he can come out and say whatever, and dictate some other shit. This man deserves the fucking chair. That motherfucker y'all see right there and that bitch right there, Monkey Doo, in her burple fucking outfit. Their burple fucking matching ass suits, you burple derple fucks. Man, they're fucking monsters. They do exist. They're right there. The parents of this little girl we're listening to, y'all. Miss Pocahontas, we can do the math. We know how old JB is right now. So yeah, she was very young. I'm gonna say this. I think all them babies were groomed for a long time, and it started way before they were 8. Naziah, in my opinion, it started way before. And in my opinion, you can't tell me Naziah and Janiyah. And there was 2 more little girls in that house. We don't even know. We know that Shannon had 2 more little kids. Or no, Shannon had another girl. We know that there was another little girl in there, which is her twin Monkey Do number fucking 2, her daughter. So we know there's other little girls in the house. So only Janiyah and Naziah, only those 2. But we got all these victims that came out. It's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. But I don't know. I feel like every kid in that house, I pray for him. I pray for the shorties. Every fucking kid that was in that house of horrors. She said, wasn't she 8 at this time? Very young. She said, wait, what? Wait, man, what? She said, purple. Yeah, man, that purple. That shit is burgundy and purple, whatever the fuck she done it. They nurple, nasty purple. Don't ever wear that color. And Shannon, you do not look cute. I don't know who the fuck gave you that dress. Woo! Looking like a motherfucking balloon. Fucking balloon ready to fucking, for a birthday party. That fucking that whatever cloth, that shit. Man, go down a motherfucking one of them big wet slides, go down one of them in that and just fucking right into the trash, bitch. Your burple ass. Yeah, it ain't burpling for me. It's gonna be a hard no for me. Fuck them. Let's keep playing the crit. I'm done ranting for a minute.
one of his legs out of he takes one of his legs out the jumpsuit. He takes one of his legs out the jumpsuit. The witness nods head. Miss Ripley. Okay, what happened after that? Like his private area, he starts touching my leg in my private area. Okay, so his private area starts touching your leg, and then your private area. Yes. Okay, and do you have a name for his private area? No. No, okay. Do you know what he would use his private area for on a daily basis? Use the bathroom? Use the bathroom? And what would come out if you use the bathroom with your private area? Urine.
Hey, my friend, I'm gonna have to say this, Natasha Walker. Even Barney look better than that bitch. Fuck that. Barney, you killing motherfucking Monkey Do. Over here. Barney look way better than Monkey Do with her burple ass. Bebop and burple fucking motherfucking burple nurple. It's a no. It's a no. Take the shit off. Don't ever wear it again. Don't ever wear it again. Oh, my auntie for life. My auntie for life. What is going on? What up, though? What up, though, my auntie for life? I'm gonna call you back after this live. I seen your call. She said, Barney, good morning, Kim Cole. Salute, salute, salute. Good morning to you. Hope you're being real smooth with it, cool with it, and true with it. Natasha said, that is funny. But I had to say it. Barney killing Monkey Do. Barney killing it. He even added a little green with it and shit, But that right there, eh. Throw that whole bitch away. Throw the whole bitch away in the dress with her still in it, type shit. The fuck?
Yorn, okay. I know it's weird. It's a weird question. And you said that his private area starts with touching your leg and then goes to your private area. Do you have a name for your private area? No. No. What do you use your private area for on a daily basis? Use the bathroom. And when you use the bathroom, what comes out, Yorn? Okay. Now, how are you? How are you kind of positioned in the room when your dad starts using his private area to touch yours? Like laying down. You're laying down. The witness nods head. Okay. Is it on the floor, on a chair, on a couch, table, or something else? A couch. The couch. Okay. And are you on your back, your stomach, or your side? My back. On your back. And where is your dad at? He's like on top. He's like on top. Okay, does he have his stomach on top, his back on top, something else? Stomach. Okay, and is his body doing anything when this is happening? It's like going up and down. Okay. And when his private area is touching your private area, is this inside, outside, or something else on your private area? It starts from the inside. Okay, and then what happens? It goes inside. It starts from the outside, and then what happens? It goes inside. It goes inside. Okay, and does he say anything when this is happening? No. Okay. Do you say anything to him? I told him like to stop. Okay. Did he stop? Not at first. And how long does this time go for? I want to say 5 minutes. Okay. And what makes the time stop? A car. A car? What do you mean when you say a car? Like it pulled up to his job. Okay. And Janaya, was there anybody else at the shop when this happened? No. Okay. And I believe you stated you believe you were in fourth grade when this happened. Yes. Okay. And do you know if your dad was over 17 years old? Yes. Okay. Does this happen one time, more than one time, something else? More than once. Okay. About how many times does this happen? Four. Okay. And those four times total, were they all at the same place or different places? Different places. Okay. Tell me where each place happened. Two were at his job and two were in Clinton Township. Okay. And just for clarification, what was in Clinton Township? My home. Okay. At the time, it was at the time. Okay. So talking about the times they happened at this job in Detroit, we talked about the one time. Tell me what happened the other time. The same thing that happened the first time. Okay, were you in the same room? Yes. Okay. How did it start? The that time. It was like laying down and kind of like the same thing that happened before. So did it start the same way with his hand rubbing your upper thigh? Yes. Okay, and then it went into what? His private area. And that's the same private area that we've talked about? Yes. Okay. and that private area touched your thigh, your thigh, your upper leg, and then your private area. Yes, okay, and your private area. What that we're talking about, is that the same one that we've been talking about? Yes, okay. Does his private area, does it stay? Is it inside or outside? Inside or something else, or a private area at that time, or something else of a private area at that time? It like started from outside and like goes into the inside. Okay. And about how long does that time last? Around the same time as the first time. Okay. And what makes that time stop? I pushed him off of me. Tell me about that. Me pushing him off? Yeah. What made you push him off? I didn't like the feeling of it, and it wasn't. It was uncomfortable. Does he respond when you push him off? No. What happens after you push him off? Like I get.
Remember, y'all, this is his biological fucking daughter. This man, this is so crazy. This some straight bullshit. This man shouldn't have been able to see the light ever, ever. And again, if we do the math, when Monster Butts, as soon as he got out, this dude got to work. He got to getting it, and he was getting away with it for a decade, over a decade. This dude was ugh, out here predatoring. Just didn't learn shit from what he did. Got out the penitentiary, just like, oh, I could do whatever fuck I want, and he did. And he did. He came out here and ruined a lot of people's lives. A lot of shorties' lives. His own baby's lives. His first victim when he came home was his daughter, AD, who got on the stand. His biological daughter. So he went for 8 years, first time, for his biological daughter, giving her an STD. He comes home after doing an 8-year bid from the penitentiary. And his first victim, his biological daughter. Now we're listening. This is to his third biological daughter. Lord have mercy. I'm going back on mute. I'm going to go grab something from downstairs. Y'all listen. I'll be right back.
Get dressed and he get dressed and I walk out the room. Okay, and Janaya, did you tell anybody about these things happening? Yes. Okay, first I want to ask you, who did you tell? My mother. Your mother? Witness nods head. Okay, and when did you tell her? It was the night of my little sister's birthday. Okay, and in relation to the times in Detroit, was this before or after those times? If that makes sense. No, it doesn't make sense. Okay, did these things happen in Detroit, and did these things happen first? And then you told your mother after your little sister's birthday? Yes. Baby, we already on page 18. I told you it was only 55 pages. I told you it's only 55 pages. Can you guys help me with my live goal? I would greatly appreciate it. Is there anything my mods want to say before I continue?
Did y'all catch who she said she told?
Yep. I did catch that.
That's her mother and father. Right here. This is her mother and father. Father in question, mother in question. Thank you guys for the gifts. I greatly appreciate it. Father, mother. Okay, what is it that made you tell your mom? What happened? My cousin, she had ran up the stairs crying, and then my mom, she was asking that did he touch any of us? So she asked you a question? Yes. And that's what made you tell her? Yes. And where does that all happen at? Clayton Township. Okay. And besides the 2 times that we talked about in Detroit, and then the 2 times that you said happened in Clinton Township, did anything else happen with your dad anywhere else? No. Miss Ripley, okay. I don't think I have any further questions, Judge. The court cross examination. Thank you, Judge. Hi, Janaya. Hi. Listen, yo. Okay, let me do it again. Miss Quick, thank you, Judge. Hi, Janaya. Hi. I also have some questions for you. Okay. And if I ask you questions that's confusing, just let me know and I'll try to do better. Okay. And then same rules apply for before. Every answer has to be out loud. All right. All right. Thank you. Janaya, you said you were 12 today. Right. Yes. You know the difference between a truth and a lie and a lie? Yes. And everything you're saying today is true? Yes. You know what kids talk is, right? Yes. You've gone to kids talk, yes. You've gone to kids talk, yes. More than once, yes. And then you go to kids, and when you go to kids talk, somebody asks you questions. Yes. You want you went the first time a few years ago, right? Yes.
Let me ask y'all this. How many fucking times does a baby need to go to kid talk before they are like, maybe something's going on? I'm confused. This baby done went to kid talk once a year the last fucking 4 years. Are you fucking kidding me? Make it make the fuck sense.
Maybe back 2022. I think so. Before Naziah went missing. Yes. Okay. And then you went back this time last year. Yes. And then you went again early, maybe February of this year. Yes. And now just recently, like a month ago. Yes. Okay. Now each time you went to Kids Talk, the person that interviewed you told you about a set of rules that you had to go by when you were there, right? Yes. I think there were 4 of them. Is that right? I think so. Okay. Well, we'll talk about one of them. One of those rules is that you only talk about things that are truthful when you're there. Do you remember that? Yes. And each time you went, you agreed to only talk about things that were true while you were there in that room. Yes. So I'm going to try to take you back to the first time you went to Kids Talk way back. I think maybe you were in 4th or 5th grade. Does that sound right? Yes. And that was maybe the first time you were told about what the rules were, right? Yes. And you were told that it was a safe space to talk. Yes. And you were told you were not in any trouble. Is that a yes? Yes. Thank you. And that you only talk about things that are truthful. Yes. And is that, as far as you know, the first time that you answered any questions about your dad? Yes. Do you remember the woman asking you if you knew why you were there? Yes. And do you remember telling her that somebody lied and said that your dad touched you? Yes. The woman asked you after that if something like that had ever happened to you. Yes. And you said nothing happened. Yes. And at the end of the interview, the woman asked you if anyone told you what to say. Do you remember that? Yes. And you said no. Yes. The interviewer asked you if anyone told you what not to say, right? Yes. And you said no.
I'm gonna come off mute again for a minute. The way that they're drilling the baby girl on the stand, in my opinion, too, where was that energy for the adults? I get it's their job. You know, you're a court appointed. You're not a big firm, so I know. Whatever. I know it's your fucking job to defend. But where was that fucking energy? Where was that hard questioning? But you said, but you said to fucking the granny monster, to motherfucking monkey do. When motherfucking King stood up and said, "No, I don't see my fucking partner anywhere in this bitch." What? Where was any of that motherfucking energy for any of them adults? That boggles me. And you got to remember, y'all, Janaya she was taken to the police station the 24th of 2024, and she talked to a police officer. She came from the house of horrors, dog. This baby girl is trauma, is real, y'all. Trauma. So she's probably scared as fuck. And they beat her and probably, you know what I'm saying? Like, in the house of horrors, in my opinion. The house of horrors. The first interview she ever did. That baby girl was scared as fuck. Hell yeah. She's a victim. And the way they're just preying on her or prying on her about, but you said. Whoa. I'm sorry, JB. This is fucked up. This is some fucked up shit.
Then two, yes. Now, shortly after your cousin Naziah disappeared, you actually went down to the Detroit police headquarters, maybe February of 24. Does that sound right? Yes. And you talked to a woman police officer. Yes. And it was just the two of you in the room. Yes. And she told you when she was talking to you that it was important for you to be truthful with her. Yes. She's a police officer, right? Yes. You know not to lie to the police. Yes. And the policewoman asked you if you had ever seen your dad do anything inappropriate. Yes. And you said no. Yes. You told the policewoman that CPS had actually questioned you about your dad previously, right? Yes. And you said that nobody ever touched you in your private area. Yes. And then you went back to kids talk like we said about a year ago, maybe September the 6th of 2024. Yes. About a year ago. We can agree on that. Yes. Okay. And it started off with the woman reminding you again about the rules. Yes. And that you are only supposed to talk about things that are true. Yes. And you talk a little bit about the things that your dad was accused of doing at that time, right? Yes. Now, by this point, you know that your dad is in jail. Yes. And he had been there for a few months by then, right? Yes. And around that time, since around the time that your cousin Isaiah went missing, right? Yes. And you had not seen your dad in person since before he went to jail. Yes. And the kids talk woman during this visit asked you if you had seen or heard of your dad doing anything inappropriate for yourself, like inappropriate for yourself, like that you had put eyes on it, or hardly anybody tell you that they had something, right? Yes. And you said no. Yes. The kids talk woman kind of pressed you and said she really wanted to know if something was wrong or if something had happened to you. Remember that? Yes. And you said you understood and it was important that you shouldn't keep a secret. Yes. And based on that, the woman told you that she had actually talked to your cousin Brooklyn. Do you remember that? Yes. And she told you that Brooklyn had said some things that happened. Yes. Did she tell you what had said? No. Okay. Do you remember what you told her about what Brooklyn said? No. Do you remember saying that Brooklyn?
So, y'all, all this perjury talk we be hearing about, it's looking like they're going to use it on the kids. The plot thickens in this case. They're trying to discredit the shorties. Not only JB, but now BF. This is horrible. This is fucking horrible, y'all. And you gotta think, what kind of daughter wants to sit there in front of her father and tell the world what he did to her? I feel uncomfortable for her. These people suck, bro. Crazy work, man. Prayers for you, JB, man. Be strong, baby girl. Be fucking strong, man.
Makes up lies all the time? Yes. Now, the Kids Talk woman showed you a picture of your dad's auto shop. I think it might be the same picture that the prosecutor showed you. Do you remember that? Yes. And she asked you if anything happened there. Do you remember that? Yes. And you said no. I didn't say no. You said that something happened there? Yes, I told her. Your testimony is that a year ago you told the lady at Kids Talk that you told her. At Kids Talk, yes. Not at Kids Talk. Not at Kids Talk. And not until this year. Okay, so the answer back then was nothing happened in the shop. Yes, okay. And again, you were asked if anyone told you what to say. Yes. And you said no. Yes. Okay. I'm going to move up to the Kids Talk from earlier this year, the one in February. Okay. Last winter.
To the people, I'm asking y'all, how many kid talks do you think it takes? So what? She's been to two this year. She just went to one recently in September of this year too. And I'm gonna keep saying it. I believe her. I don't think she's lying at all. I think she's struggling with the aftermath, you living with it and being able to talk about it. This is why people don't talk, man. This is why people don't come out, because this little girl, what she's endured, and now she's being in front of her and attacker. She's being called a liar. She's even admitted. She said, "Yes, I know. I know. Yes, I said that." But again, she is a child. It's her biological father. She came from the house of horrors, y'all. This baby girl ain't lying. This baby girl is not fucking lying. And it just grinds my motherfucking gears. She ain't lying. She's not lying. We heard the messages of Naziah when she was texting saying, "Do you got Janiyah with you?" And he said no. She said good, because she be irritating. So now, Janiyah's saying like she didn't talk to Brooklyn, and they're asking, questions about Brooklyn's testimony to Janiyah. So now she's saying, no, what Brooklyn's saying ain't true. This shit's all reasonable doubt. And in my opinion, I feel like, I don't know. I don't feel like Janiyah and Naziah were the only two little girls in that house that got touched, which there were other little girls in that house. That's what I'm saying. And I don't think only the girls got touched. That's my opinion. That those two were not the only ones, in my opinion. I'm saying it. I'm standing on it. What reason was this baby had to lie? And she's saying it right in front of him. Right. Why would she even, dude? In the beginning, she was probably terrified. She lost her best friend, her cousin. We seen in every video. They were like this. That was her. And then she's being in the house of horrors. You got Monster 1, Monster 2, Monster 3, Monster 4. Who knows how many really monsters, This poor fucking baby, bro. And why the fuck is Shannon free? Man. And Shannon gets to walk free. Again, I'm going to say this. There was a mother 5 years ago. She was charged with child abuse to her nephew. She had several CPS cases. CPS removed the children. CPS gave the kids back because she did all the classes and did all the whoop-de-woo. And baby Chance was in the freezer, unalived, after CPS gave him back. I hope Shannon don't get these babies back. You're gonna hear Janiyah talk about how she feels about her brothers and sisters and everything. This shit is fucking sick. Shannon, you fucking purple derple bitch. Oh, I cannot just stand. That picture is killing me, man. And she gets to walk free. What if, I mean, again, what if she does all the classes and does all the steps and does all the programs and get them babies back? I really hope that woman should never ever be allowed to have custody of children. When his rights were terminated, her rights should have been terminated. And do I need to remind the people? I showed it several times. Monkey Do on 1/10/2024, the day after our girl went missing. She went down there the day after for paternity test. The identity is protected. I showed the paperwork several times. I'm not going to show it again. But don't forget, who's that baby and where's that baby? I'll wait. She went down the day after. And then Miss Granny Monster went down on the 11th to report a fight. Remember, y'all. Remember, there's paperwork on that too. I showed it. And the way they're moving, you can't tell me. I showed the paperwork on this too. Charles Bussey was a Wayne County sheriff. Showed the shit. They have to be plugged the fuck up. They have to be. Ain't no motherfucking way. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. And it's crazy. There's so much, this shit is the worst case ever. The way they've handled it, everything. I'm ready for the 23rd, woo-wee, of January, not February, next month.
It was the third time you went to Kids Talk. I think so, probably. Okay. And again, remember you remember and again reminded you of the rules. Yes. And that you only tell the truth when you're in the room. Yes. Now by
Nikisha, she says Janiyah is my little sister, and guess what? She ain't the only one. Nobody cared about us. We only lost souls. My dad been doing this ish. We just little pawns in his sick playground. Baby girl, I listen. I'm praying for you. I know. I'm with you. Prayers for you. I don't prayers for you. That's all I can say. I don't know. What's your name? Hmm. Um. Nikisha, because you know Monster Butts. Are you her? Is Monster Butts your father? Or are you her sister by mothers? Are you Shannon's daughter? You're you're Monster Butts' daughter. What made you want to come over here? I'm gonna drop the link. If you want to come up here, you can just hit that blue link. And I'll do the rest. But if you would like to come up here, you can, or you can say in the comments. But I pray for you, and I pray for all your siblings. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for anything that you guys had to go through. I'm praying for you all, and uh, we all are praying for you in the chat. Everybody that has been covering this case for this long time. We all feel for you guys, and we're praying. And none of them babies, none of y'all, I don't, none of them babies deserve that. Um, my condolences when it comes to Naziah. Um, you know, but I hope you're away from that family. I hope you got somebody to lean on. Um, if not, you can always pull up here. You can find somebody in the chat because everybody always needs somebody to lean on. And flowers to you, baby girl. I don't know you. I don't know your name. I don't know you. You say you're Monster Butts' daughter. Um, and again, I agree. I don't. I know. I feel like all the babies around, anyone around. And if you know more, you please go to the police. Tell if you know what I'm saying. If you know anything, let's make a change. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm gonna say this. I got a lot of mamas out there. I got a lot of aunties, but guess what? They're not by blood. They're not by blood. Yeah, she said she answered it. That's why I was thinking. Yeah. How many brothers and sisters do you have, Nakisha? Because we know Shannon had 5 kids. She said it very loudly. So that's 5 siblings. I know AD. AD is your sister. The sister that JB went to jail for, that was 4 when he did 8 years. So I'm at 7, and then you, that'd be 8. Am I missing anybody? Oh wait, I forgot. We had 8, and then he had a baby with Lucretia Johnson. And then we had Diamond Stone on the baby mama list. Then we had Pettis on the list. So we're at 11 kids. That off of the top of my dome. Dang, that was crazy. Well, Nakisha, we're here in the chat. Thanks for letting us know that you're Jania's sister. Praying for you all.
February of this year, you were still living on Bedford, or were you living with such and such? Bedford, okay. But you had started seeing a therapist at school by then, right? Yes. Okay. Do you remember when you started seeing a therapist? It was like the beginning of when I first started such and such. Okay. So maybe the fall of that year? Yes. So probably about exactly a year ago? Yes. Okay. The interviewer asked you at this appointment, what had changed since the last time you had been there? Is that right? Yes. And you told her that you were getting really annoyed about getting on YouTube and always seeing videos about your dad. Yes. And about your cousin. Yes. And you're getting really frustrated with people always asking you about your dad. Yes. People were trying to take your picture. Yes. And I think you told her that you were actually mad at your dad at this point. Yes. You were saying that your siblings was really sad about your dad being gone. Yes. And that bothered you. Yes. And you kind of took it on yourself and were the big sister to try to make them feel better. Yes. But you were mad at that. You were mad that he put himself and that had put you guys in this position. Yes. Okay. And at this point you were hearing people say that your dad actually made Naziah pregnant, right? Yes. And that made you feel really uncomfortable? Yes. Disgusted? Yes. The interview asked you.
Great question, Miss Adventures. So Kids Talk is like a place for them to tell their story. I'm thinking that's where like counseling in a sense for victims. 4 times you're gonna hear she went down. They how many times does she got to go to Kid Talk? And they're supposed to be professionals at Kid Talk in the D ski, real fucking professionals. But that's the name of like the organization, I think. You know what I'm saying? Kid Talk. So that's what they're referring to. You're gonna hear about Miss Webb at Kid Talk. Her name's Miss Webb, who she had to build a comfortability up with to tell her story, which you're gonna hear through these transcripts. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, did that answer your question, Mrs. Ventures?
What was life like before all of this happened? Do you remember? Do you remember that? Yes. And you told her that everything was good. Yes. She asked you after that if anyone had seen or touched your private place, right? Yes. And you said no. Of this year or last year? Last year. Yes. Okay. Now, at some point, you moved in with such and such. Yes. Do you recall when that happened? When I moved with such and such? May 6th of this year? Yes. She was your right? Yes. And at some point she talked to you about your dad. She had asked me some questions about it because the whoever she was like talking to, like the detective.
I'm gonna tell y'all this. Whoever so and so is not Annette. The lawyers did mention there had hours of kid. Yeah, yeah, they were in the transcripts. Kid Talk. Yep, they sure were. They were in the transcripts. So now, yeah, and videos. Yeah, remember there's 3 discs. There's 3 discs. One from the year of 2022, which JB mentioned, and 2 discs from the year of 2024. Man, I know it was a lot of questions. And this is crazy, y'all. We shouldn't have so many questions after all this time. They haven't even. They haven't even. They stopped looking for our girl. You know, because Kim Worthless. They say she's gone. She's out of there. She's deceased. They have all this fucking evidence. But the fucking state's over here offering a fucking dumbass deal. What are we talking about? Miss Worthless said, we have more than enough evidence to convict Mr. Butts. Bitch! I'm scared this motherfucker's gonna walk. And that's why they put all the cases together. They knew what the fuck they were doing. Because they're trying them all together. I ain't never seen 5 SA cases in a red rum with SA all combined. Never in my life. Never. For one thing for sure, Nazaya should have her own fucking case. They can combine the other 5. They okay. I mean that's maybe more sensible. But to throw our girl that's unalived in here, there's a reason. Cause remember, if he walks on every fucking charge. The feds need to step the fuck in. The feds need to step in. We need the feds. But the good thing, if Monster Butts does walk, or it's a mistrial, or actually I don't know about a mistrial. If it's a mistrial, I don't know. But the feds can still, on the state level, federally he can still be charged, y'all. So I don't know. We might be waiting a long time for justice. It's looking like it. Auntie for life. Oh wait, at this point, I don't know. I have sisters and brothers everywhere. I feel you. I got family everywhere too. My family, we all were separated at birth, so you know, I have family. I could walk by my cousin and not know it. A couple of my brothers were adopted, but you know, I feel you, Nikisha. Prayers to you. Shout out to you. It's all love, you know. Praying for you. But there's a lot of reasonable doubt in this case. It's just so sloppy. When it's sloppy, there's no. Just think about, okay, if you're at McDonald's and it's a sloppy crew, right? You gonna get sloppy mess in your bag, right? Same situation. Sloppier than fucking a sloppy Joe. They need to start over. They really do. The feds need to step in and not let him even, again, the feds need to step in ASAP, y'all, as soon as possible. The Federal Bureau of Investigations, we need you, okay? Just yesterday, on the news, a Detroit lawyer and a Detroit doctor and a psychiatrist, they were found with a bunch of, SA charges, and they're found with a bunch of child porn and all that. The feds picked that shit up immediately. Federal case. Let's go. What are we doing? Man, and like again, how are they gonna choose a jury, y'all? There's so much slop. Everybody's ingested. There's so much mess. Even the witnesses. Prayers, man. This shit got my heart over here broke. Yeah, everybody check on your neighbor in the chat. Y'all can engage with each other too. Yeah, yeah. Shout out to you, Kim. Checking on Nikisha. It's all love over here, Nikisha. I'm sorry for everything you're going through. But again, y'all, this is some crazy work. Every story is conflicting. There's so many lies. And you would think on a case like this, it wouldn't be like this. Because they're trying to cover something the fuck up. Look at Zamar King III. He was 9 years old. The stuff that happened to him, nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's just given. You just look at the case. There's something going the fuck on that's not okay. And if you don't see that, what's going on, Aggie with the wrench? Aggie with the wrench. She says hello, Jay in chat. Aggie said, what up, though, y'all? I hope you being real smooth with it, cool with it, and true with it, Aggie, my girl with the wrench. Aggie. Allegedly, his daughter, Nikisha, yes, is in the chat. Nikisha is allegedly Monster Butts' daughter. Yes, Aggie with the wrench. To your question. His daughter. She said that she's his daughter. Miss Kim, Nikisha's talking back to you, y'all. Go ahead and engage in the chat while we listen to the rest of the video, y'all. Prayers for you, Nikisha.
Something had asked her to ask us some questions. Okay, she was asking you about your dad. Yes, and you think it's based on somebody directing her to do that? Yes. Okay, did she ask you directly if your dad was inappropriate with you? Before she had asked that, but yes, before she had asked what? I'm sorry, I missed something. Yeah, before she had asked us, was he like inappropriate? Okay. Did she come right out and ask you if he had sex with you? Yes. Okay. And what was your answer? I had told her yes. You told her yes. So besides your mom, she's the only other person you said yes to. Yes. Okay. And how long after you lived there did you say that? This was about, I want to say, in maybe the middle of September or the end of August, right around the time their school started. Yes. Okay. And that's of this year. Yes. Neil, you told blank that your dad had sex with you in Clayton Township, right? Yes. And I think you also told her that it happened with in a white truck or car. No, I never said that to her. No. Okay. Didn't you tell blank that it happened at his shop? Did you? I did. You did? Okay. And then that brings you to another kids talk, right? Yes. And that's the one that happened just a few weeks ago in September. Yes. Okay. And again, the interviewer went over the rules. Yes. It was the same interviewer. Yes. And so you get.
Remember, y'all, this testimony is coming from the month of October. So her last Kid Talk visit was a few weeks before she went and got on the stand in September. How many fucking Kid Talk trips is the baby gotta take? The fuck? Miss Adventures is praying for you. Lottie Motti says, um, Lottie, you know. No, that's not, that's, she's saying that it's, she's that she's related by JB, to JB by Jarvis being her father. She's saying that Jarvis is her father. Nikisha is saying that Jarvis Butts is her father. Nikisha said this. She came in here and she, we were talking. Nikisha said this, y'all. Janaya is my little sister, and guess what? She ain't the only one nobody care about. Us, we only lost souls. My dad being doing this shit. We just little pawn in his sick playground. That's what she said. And then, we everybody, so that's, she alleges that she is Monster Butts' daughter. I asked her to come up. She didn't want to hit the link, but we asked how many brothers and sisters she had. She said that she don't know. She has a lot of brothers and sisters. She said right here, she answered my Auntie for Life's question. She said, at this point, I don't know how many sisters and brothers I have everywhere. And then Miss Kim asked her how she was doing. She wrote back. Again, if y'all want to know, Nikisha, how old are you? And I'm thinking, because it can't be any of Shannon's kids. So are you AD? Are you AD? Are you the daughter that that he got in trouble for a long time ago? I mean, there's not a lot of options on who you could be, Nikisha. So how old are you? Crazy work. Yeah, it's not Shannon's daughter. She's claiming she is. Is there a way to tag? Yeah, okay. Yemmer, do the @ sign and then write her name in the chat, in the YouTube chat. Say at her name is. So here's her name, and you can go right to her. So do the @ sign right here, and then NAKE, and it'll pop right up on your YouTube comment. Click it, and it'll tag her comment. Oh no, absolutely no. Absolutely no pressure at all. I was just letting y'all know. Oh, she said 25. Oh, 25? Okay. again, we are praying for you, baby girl. My heart goes out to you. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see that. You know, it'd be behind y'all. Um, we're praying for you, baby girl. I hope you're doing okay. Everybody hit that thumbs up button for your girl. Don't forget, please. It's free 99. The thumbs up button right there. Tap it, tap, tap. Smooth like cool like for your girl.
So you guys kind of joked about like by now you know the rules, what the rules are, right? Yes. Okay. And you promised you would only talk about things that were true. Yes. And you were 12 when she had that interview, right? Yes. And she asked you if something had changed about things that you had said, which would have brought you there at that day. Yes. And you told her, I believe that you had something to, I believe you said something to Miss Webb. Yes. Is Miss Webb your therapist? No. Who is Miss Webb? That's one of the caseworkers. Okay, at CPS? Yes. Okay, and then you had told Miss Webb you had been touched inappropriately. Yes. By your dad? Yes. And do you remember when she said, do you remember when you said that to Miss Webb? I don't remember the exact date. Was it before you told blank such and such, before you told such and such? No, after. Okay. And the interviewer asked you what changed to make you say something that happened. Yes. Okay. Kind of changed the story, right? Yes. And you said you had talked to blank. Yes. And based on that conversation, you answered questions that affirmed that your dad had touched you inappropriately. Yes. Okay. Did you talk to anyone about this other than Miss Webb, blank? And I guess, have you talked to anyone else about it before today? No. Okay. Now we talked a little bit about where there were 4 times that you said that something happened, right? Yes. Was the first time it happened, was it in Clayton Township? No. But that is what you told the interviewer at Kids Talk, right? No, I said the first time it happened at his job. Okay, so it's not true that it happened in Clayton Township when you were full in the 4th or 5th grade. No, it happened at his job. Okay, did you tell the interviewer but something happened during Jalea's birthday party? Yes. Okay, and what month is Jalea's birthday? February. And how old was Jalea turning? I don't remember. Okay, but you were saying the first time something happened was actually at your dad's job. Yes. Okay, and you told the interviewer that if it was at the red and yellow building that you saw the picture of today, right? Yes. Now you said it happened twice at your dad's shop. Yes. Did both of these times happen before anything happened in Clayton Township? Yes. Okay, you said they happened the same at the job. Yes. Okay. Now today you said that you were on the couch when it happened. Yes. Okay. Do you remember telling the interviewer at Kids Talk just a few weeks ago that your dad put you on the table? No, I don't remember that. No. Would listening to a clip of that help you refresh your memory? Yes, Miss Quick. Just a second. The program that it is not quick. Discussion between the prosecution and defense, and it happens. Your Honor, I would think instead of going through all of this, the prosecution is willing to speculate that in fact she did say during the Kids Talk on September 5th of 2025 that her dad put her on the table. Ms. Ripley, that's correct, Judge.
Uh, really diabolical. But shout out to you, Yemrex2, for the super sticker. It's all love. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let me give her a round of applause. And all my supporters, thank you all. Hit that thumbs up button for your girl. Thank you for the support. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Because without y'all, I would have no platform. So I support the love. I support the love so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Yummer. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And my next question was going to be that her legs were hanging down from the table, which also would assume you would speculate to that. Yes, from the same interview. So yeah, okay. So you don't remember saying it. No, okay. Would you dispute that that's how it happened? Yes. And today you were saying that it was on the couch. Yes, it happened on the couch. Okay. You told the interviewer that it was just you and him. Yes. Okay. That I believe is your dad's business partner. Okay. That I believe is your dad's business partner. I don't know what I believe is your dad's business partner. Was there but left? Yes. And so there was nobody else there. Yes.
So we have heard from JB talk about her mother knew so and she just mentioned King, the business partner. He was there, but he left. So King was lying on the stand when he said he never seen no babies around. Tuh, you're a liar. I don't know why you weren't burning on his ass, burning on Monkey Doo's ass, or burning on Granny Monster's ass when they were up there lying on the stand and y'all want to go after this baby like this. That's how I feel.
Okay. And the other time in Detroit that you testified about also on the couch. No. No, it was that first time it was on the couch. Second time it was on the table. Okay. So the first time it was on the couch. Yes. The second time it was on the table. And I think you told the interviewer that after you talked about the four times, those were the only times that it happened. Yes. And that again on that day, the second time at the shop, there was nobody else there. Yes, okay. You told the interviewer, I think that day, that you hadn't seen it happen to anybody else. Yes, so you were never present when anything else happened. No, okay, Miss Quick. Just 1 second. I don't have any other questions. Thank you. Any redirect? It is a so redirect, Miss Ripley. Yes, Judge, just briefly. So, Janaya, we've established you've been to Kids Talk. I believe a total of 4 times. Does that sound correct? Yes. Okay. And the first time that you have disclosed what happened with your dad, was that the last time just a couple weeks ago in 2025? Yes. Okay. Now, is there a reason why you didn't disclose anything in your prior Kids Talk? I was like scared at first and nervous. Scared at first and nervous. What made you scared and nervous? It was just like I feel like I
All right, Aggie with the wrench. You are right. There is sick people out here. You be smooth with it, cool with it, and true with it. I hope you have a good time at the doctor's. Thanks for pulling up on your girl. It's all love. It's all love, Aggie.
can't tell anybody. Were you still, I guess, living with your father in Clayton Township? Was he living there? No. Was he still like involved in your life and your siblings' lives? Yes. Okay, so he was still around? Yes. Okay, and what about your mom? She lived with you in Clayton Township? Yes. Okay. And what about it? What about and uh, eventually you guys moved from Clayton Township, is that to Bedford? Yes. Okay. Your mom lived with you in Bedford? Yes. Okay, your siblings all live with you in Bedford? Yes. Okay. And what about Mr. Butts? Was he around then? He came over, like he visited, not weekly, not daily, but when maybe sometimes. Okay. So he was still very much in your life. Yes. Okay. Now you in fact told your mom about this after a time in Clayton Township. Yes. Okay. And did anything happen when you told her? Are y'all ready? Hey, Coach T, are y'all ready? And now you in fact told your mom about this after internship. Yes. Okay. And did anything happen? You told her? She didn't believe me. She didn't believe you? Yes. Okay. And was that the last time you talked to anyone about what happened before the last kids talk? Yes. Or before I guess you told such and such? Yes. Okay. Now, even back in February of this year, you said we're still living in Bedford. Yes. Okay. And was that with your mom? Yes. And eventually you went and moved with such and such. Yes. And you didn't live with your mom anymore? Yes. Okay. And at one point in, I believe it was like, I think February Kids Talk of this year, defense asked you about it, about what you said, what you were mad at, that you were mad at your dad because he put you all in this position. Yes. What do you mean by that? Like us having to be questioned everywhere we go. People talk asking us, is we his kids, and just people taking pictures. And how did that make you feel? Irritated. Irritated, okay. And back when that kids talk happened, back in early this year, you still were not ready to disclose. Yes. Okay. Now is you say you were scared and nervous and didn't feel like you could tell anybody, any kid didn't feel like you could tell anyone. So were you, how do you want to phrase this? Were you not disclosing this because it didn't happen? No. Okay. So all the times you were talked to at Kids Talk and CPS, did you feel comfortable with talking to them? Not at first. Not at first. Okay. And then eventually, what made you feel comfortable with talking? What changed? Ever since I've been going there, like I get the same person. Okay. So, and going there, you're talking about Kids Talk or talking about CPS or both. Kids Talk. Kids Talk. Okay. So you finally kind of built a relationship with the person. Yes. Okay. Now you're talking about the times at your dad's shop. You said the first time happened on the couch and the second time happened on the table. Yes. Okay. Were they both in the same room? What we are they both in the same room that we talked about? Yes. May I have a moment, Judge? Yes. Nothing further, Judge. Recross examination. Miss Quick. Just a real quick recross. Just because I want to make sure I get this right. Janaya, you said you told your mom at Jalea's birthday party, right? Yes. Do you remember how many years ago that was? About four. About four? Okay. And when we, I think, established what you want, um, okay, four. Okay. And then I think, established that you went to Kids Talk in September of 2024. Yes. February of 2025? February of last year? Yes. Or this past February?
Aggie with the rent. I thought you were going to the doctor. I do agree. Detroit is doing did it, but come on, May.
Yes. Okay. And both of these times, your father had been locked up for quite some time by then. Yes. Okay. Nothing further. Any redirection? Yes. To the last question. That's the only thing it can be. That's the only thing it could be. Yes. Your father was not locked up until February of 2024. Is that correct? I believe so. Okay. Nothing further, Judge. You may step down. Any other witnesses on behalf of the prosecution? Ms. Ripley? No, Judge. I'm going to rest the court. Any witnesses on behalf of the defense? Ms. Quick? No. Witnesses, Judge. Argument? Yes, Judge. All right. I'm not even getting into the arguments.
that was the end of JB's. You know, Aggie, everybody in Detroit, Aggie says stand the fuck up. Stand the fuck up, Detroit. We got to do something. Let's go. We need to handle business, Detroit. Let's go. I don't know what more y'all want me to do. How much more for real we can get. But let's go, Detroit. Detroit, let's go. Let's handle fucking business. Well, y'all, this is crazy work. Prayers for everybody involved. Justice for all the babies involved. Justice for Naziah, y'all. May she rest in peace. And her baby. Don't forget, Zanaya was pregnant. Don't forget that. So, and all the victims, we're praying for you, man. Drop the purple hearts for our girl real quick. Purple or pink, I don't care. What color? Let me drop my hearts. And y'all know how I like to end it every time. You know, it's good old Winnie the Poohski. Christopher Robin, y'all. You are smarter than you think. You're braver than you believe. And you're stronger than you seem. I feel it in my heart every time. So I'm dropping my hearts for baby girl. Everybody feel free. I'm gonna leave my chat open for a minute. You know, remember replay gang, leave me a comment. All my Bush watchers, hit that thumbs up button for your girl. You know, if you guys are kindly on your way out, if you forgot, there's a thumbs up button. Yes, there's emojis on the right, but there is a thumbs up button and a thumbs down button, just like this. Hit that thumbs up button for your girl. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's all love over here. I'm going to leave the chat open for a minute. Remember, until next time, y'all, be real smooth with it, real cool with it, and 100% true with it, you know? All right, y'all. I'll be back until next time. Remember, it's all love over here.
What? You fucking hate on me? Fuck.
Got a lot of cities there.
You're gonna have a dream. Might as well dream big, right?
Right.
Yeah. One half, baby. It's for his. Hey, no doubt. You gotta dream big. Dream big. Dream big. Don't say what you couldn't dream big. Do what you say you're gonna do. Dream big. Don't hold back. You got one shot. Dream big. Take the light and show 'em what you got. Dream big. On like to live it to the fullest. Dream big. Keep your motivation to make it to the top. Dream big. Like the haters. Fuck the bullshit. Dream big. Cause it is what it is. Let's ride with this. Dream big. Let me fire up this blunt and take a moment. Think about what I'm doing, where I'm going. Am I satisfied with my life so far? I'd have to say yes, I'm not saying it wasn't hard. But I've been blessed, I must confess that I'm living my dream. Money, $1 million condos and shows. Fashion model hoes that blow your dick in the back to keep your nose froze. VIPs, limos on the go. Forget the past, I don't know the future, yo. I stay in the moment. You can get it if you want it, so jump on that plane and take flight. Take aim, put it in your sights. Have to fight to get what you like, cause you only got one I dream as if what I wish I had was right here. The weed is just to paralyze the stress I have. And yes, I have a lot of that. I'm not suggesting that I abuse Mary Jane or I'm addicted. But look at all the pain that my life has inflicted. So if I didn't smoke, there's no telling what I do.